Hey, this is Everett's Watercolors. Welcome to my classroom. Welcome to my Simply Drawing with Everett. And I'm live tonight on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitch. And in the studio tonight with my wife, Gloria.
Hello.
And I've got the chat room on, so I'm live on chat room. So if you got a question or a comment during the broadcast, then send me a chat and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now tonight we're going to do a drawing exercise. I'm going to do people in a landscape. So I'm going to start over here with showing you how to start with a figure, and then we'll put it to a landscape. So let me take you over to my close-up camera. Okay, couple things here. All you need is a pencil. I got a Sharpie here, so I'll draw a little bit darker for tonight. And I've got a regular HB pencil here, and I'm going to do a quick drawing. So here, a little sketch pad. What I'm going to show you here is what a figure, how to do a basic figure. Here's a photograph here of a couple people here, and so taking a figure like this, what we're going to do is the general criteria is we'll start out with a general shape. Say how big do you want to make the figure? So there's the top, and there's the bottom. Here's the top of the head, and here's the top of the foot, the bottom of the feet. So we go halfway. That's about the waist area. Then we go quarter way. It's about where the knees are. It's about where the chest is. Then up here is about where the shoulders are. Diaphragm, here and here. And you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divisions for a person. Then we start with the head. One side, there's the size of the head. Then the body. Come down about halfway. Then we start moving into the legs, about halfway down the rest of the legs. We come down and we come into a very short area. And that's a general shape of a figure. It's eight head lengths long from top to bottom, and then divided up into half from the shoulder down to the waist, and then from the waist on down to the bottom of the feet. So that's a general shape of drawing a figure. Then you can add in the basics there. So based on the size of the figure, that's how you start. So let's go ahead and draw some figures and put them in a landscape. So put this aside. So I got a basic landscape here, and I've got a piece of 10 by 7 drawing paper, 10 inches long and about 7 inches high. And I'm going to start out, I'm going to put the horizon line about the fourth of the way up. I'm going to draw that in pencil right now so I can get started. I'm going to draw in the horizon line about right there. So the top of the paper is there, the horizon line is about right there. Okay? And then this line here is a curb. I'm looking at a curb here on the drawing or on the photograph. And that's about a third of the way. That's about a third of the way up. A little less than a third of the way up. Okay? So I got the horizon line here, and I got the edge of this curve here. So that's my 2 reference points. Now, on this photograph here, I've got 2 figures in the picture already. I've got a figure here, and I got a figure way back in here. Okay, so I'm going to draw those in, and I'll use my. Oh, before I go any further, there's a couple other reference points here. There's a piece of this is a divider in a parking area. This is a parking lot. I'm going to put that in as a reference point. And right across here is the other side. And that's very important to have some reference points in your landscape. Okay? So this is the front line this is the curb. There's a section here. What I'm doing is I'm marking this area here and this area over here. Okay, so this first figure, if you look at the horizon, the first figure's got their Let me mark. I'll mark it in with a Sharpie so you can see it. The first figure will be about right. The top of the head, and the feet are about right here. So the center of the body is from the top of the head down. That's about the center of the body. So I'm going to start drawing the upper body, just a general shape. Shoulders down to the waist. And I'll draw the legs in. Now one leg is in front of the other, so you make the front leg longer. Then the back leg comes down and goes behind. Okay, then you can put a little bit of shadow there underneath of that. Okay, and we can put some arms here. From the shoulders will come down. Okay, so that's figure number one. That figure right there went from the heads are normally going to start at the horizon line, depending on where you're sitting, where you're viewing the view. Okay, this figure over here, way in the background. The head's at the same level. Most figures will have their heads right at the horizon line. Now this figure here is very small, way back. Okay. Now let's start with another photograph. The same reference lines. Okay. So I used the same photograph. Now here's another person over here. So we're going to put the head at the horizon. And the feet are going to be here. Now you look at that reference line I put down before I started. The reference line is going to be over here. So that puts the waist about right here. So now we start drawing the figure in. So there's the head. We come over the shoulders. We come down to the body. Now this would be the waistline, which approximately, and then we go down to the legs. And one leg is going to be, now this leg here, you can show the legs by the fact that there's one leg in front of the other. It puts that one right there. Okay, then we'll put some arms down here. And the arms go down, the hands go a little bit below the waist area. Now this particular figure here is carrying a bag, so we'll put that in. Okay, and then we can put the other side, the other arm over here, the other shoulder. Okay. Now, okay, that's three figures we put into the landscape already. Let's get another one. Okay. All right. Now here happens to be this happens to be a couple. I'll bring it up closer so you can see it. It has to be a couple walking away, and so we'll get those in there. So we'll start here with the man, the male. And his head's a little bit above the horizon, so he starts over here, about right here with the head. And his waist, see above this line here, his waist is about right here. That's why I use this area over here as a reference point. And so, and his feet come down here to just before the curve. So that locates him right there. Well, now we'll draw his shoulders a little bit broader. And we'll bring that down. to the waist. And he's got his this leg is in front of the other, so he's stepping out. Now he's carrying a bag. This gentleman's carrying a bag also. So we'll put his arm down. You can see his hand falls. His arm's here, and his hand comes down to below his waist. And he's got a bag. And he's got another arm over here. Okay, now he's got, there's a smaller person here looking at the horizon line. This person's a little shorter, so we measure that by the height of the shoulder. We'll start at the head. And standing at the curb, that's where the feet are. So that puts the waistline about right here. Coming down on this side. Waistline. And again, this they're in steps, so it looks like this one here goes down, comes up, and the back leg's a little longer because it's back here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw the arms in so that they're holding hands. So I'll have her arm come over here, and I'll bring his arm down here, and have their hands, have them touching right there. Okay. And now she's carrying a bag across her shoulder, so I'm going to put that in. And that's a bag there over. She's got a shoulder bag. Now I can show her as a female because I'll show her hair a little bit longer. I'll bring her hair down, okay, beyond over her shoulders there. Okay, now I'm going to put one more in. Let's see, I got one more photograph here. Okay, now here's another one. This is a small one also. Off to the right, there's this little figure over here. But I'm using a reference line here that I have here. This reference line of this yellow this yellow area, this part of the landscape. And I'm going to start his feet about right there. And see, his head's going to go up to the horizon line. And that puts his waist about right here. So I'll bring him down. And his feet will come down to about the bottom of that. And put his arms out here, a little section here, have him walking. Okay, all right. Now we'll start drawing in some landmarks here. I've got I'm going to draw in the horizon line. Here's the horizon line. Now, 1/8. Okay. We got the heads are small because of the dimension. We'll go over that one more time. This one's over here. And then the sidewalk comes out here. The edge of the sidewalk comes out here. Okay. Now, when we're drawing a figure, as I said, the proportion is about 8:1 as far as the size. And we went over that before, that when you draw a figure, you start with the head. It was 1/8 of the height, and then you put the body in down to the waistline's down here about half the way, and then the rest of the legs are down at the bottom. So the head is 1/8 of the distance. So it's 1/8 of a head tall. And you can put longer hair. If people are facing away, we can put the darker hair on the head. This person's facing away. Now this person's facing away. This person is facing forward, so we'll just show a hairline with a white. This person's person is facing forward. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put in some color, just for fun. I'm going to use my Holbein colored pencils, which are on my website, everettswatercolors.com. And then here you can get sets of 12 of different kinds, and also all the way up to 150 colors in the Holbein color inventory. And they're also all available on my website, everettswatercolors.com. But I'm going to use my my travel pouch here that I use for other demonstrations and for plein air. I'm going to start with, let's put some color in. This is my little travel pouch that I have my Holbein colored pencils in. And this is what I use to carry my portable carrying kit that I use for carrying. Put this over here. So let's start here with this one. Let's put a little yellow top on this person over here. So we'll put a little bit of color into our drawing. A little colored pencil here. On this side, and then we'll put some blue jeans on the trousers. Okay, and maybe we're carrying maybe this person's carrying a green bag. Okay, and let's see, this person over here, we can put this. I'm using magenta here. This is magenta. Put a magenta top on this person. And let's see. Let's put orange. Let's put an orange pair of orange pants down here. Make it really colorful. And this particular person, as I say, has got a white face because this person is facing us, so it would have a face would be white or light. Here, the hairline is person's facing the other way, so the hairline would be away. Back of the head would be dark. Okay. And what we want to do now is we'll put a little shadow pattern in here. So we'll go ahead and we'll put in a little shadow. I'm using purple. This is iris, purple pencil. All right, let's try some more color over here. Let's put a red top on this young lady here. We'll put a red top. Leave the white strap on the bag, and let's see. I want to use maybe we'll put purple. We'll put this. This is purple. This is violet. This is a violet pencil. There are all kinds of colors in this Holbein color sets. They have different colors of violet, different colors of blues, so forth. Just have a good time on using different colors. And I think I'll put I'm going to put a nice orange. We'll put a nice orange. Let's see. No, I'll leave the orange down here. I'll put the orange on this bag over here.
We have a question.
Question, yes.
Is there any guide to how to determine what colors you do the clothing?
Oh, well, it's up to you. You can take coloring off of anybody and use your own choices. Really, there is no guide. Just whatever colors you like to use. I like to have a colorful backgrounds and colorful. Let's see. I got a little pastel here. I can put a nice pastel green over here. On this one here, nice light green. Over there. And see, for this gentleman, I think I'll put a blue top on him. Let's put a light blue top on him. This is cloud. This is sky blue. Sky blue. Nice, beautiful color. So we'll put a blue top on him, or a blue shirt. And then I'll put some put some black pants. I'll use black pants on him. Black trousers. So you can, as I say, I'm just having fun with the color pencils. That you can use any color you want to on the whatever design you're after. Let's show a little shadow pattern here, and across here. Kind of breaks up the scheme. And we got one more figure out here. Let's see, what else can I use here as far as colors? How about I use the blue top. You know, now this is wisteria. I'll put a wisteria top out here. That's kind of a light purple. Wisteria, and I think I'll put a dark purple. No, I don't like that one. Let's see. Let me go over and get some brown. Let's put some brown trousers on. This is burnt sienna. Put some brown trousers over here. Okay, and this face here is got just a hairline, but because I left the face white because it's coming toward me. It's coming toward me. This figure is coming toward me over here, so I leave the face white. This face is white over here. Face is coming toward me. These figures here, these three figures here are all going away, so the back of the head is showing as dark. And the one way here in the back, they're coming toward me, and I really can't see it, so far away. And I'll put a little bit of blue out there on the pants, okay? Now the other thing you can do is, there was a little bit of green, almost ready to wrap up here. There's a little bit of green here on the landscape. I had green here, green grass across this little part of the landscape. If you remember here in the landscape, I had there was a little boundary here in the parking lot, a little green grass, an island. So I put those across there. Okay, and let's see. As far as the back, what I'm going to put here, I'm going to use a little bit of gray. So what I'm going to do here in the background, just to put a little bit of just a little attention. This is gray, and it's a warm gray. There must be 7 different colors. This is cool gray. Excuse me, cool gray. In the pencil set, there's at least 10 different values and varieties of grays. You got different values of warm gray, and you got a lot of values of cool gray. So I'm going to make this is more of a tree line back here, or it could be a building. Just an outline of a structure. Okay. I can show that in the middle, in the background. Let me finish this first. Just make a little interest back here in the background. And then I can put some foliage out here. There's some trees out here. I can just put some trees along the side, some foliage. So just a general. I'm just not going to color everything else in, but that is an example. This is an example of drawing figures in a landscape. And what I start out with a basic layout of a landscape. And when I took several pictures here as I was drawing and sketching and so forth. So I was just taking pictures periodically as I saw people walking through the parking area. And what I tried to do was line up the parameters, the foreground, and the background, so that I could have a relative size of the figures. So that would be a clue right there of exactly how big your figures are and where you would locate them. So I used a common reference for each one of the photographs for the people, and I drew that in here to a sketch, and I combined them all into one drawing. And so the drawing came out to be 6 people way back in the rear. Then there's 2 people on the outside or closer. And then this couple here walking away is the next closer, and then the closest one is here walking away. So it gives you an idea of how you would put people in a landscape. And I think the key here is the size. You don't want to get the head too large. The head should be about 1/8 of. If you get the head too large, then it really looks off out of proportion. So what you do is you build on the other part, the waistline, the size of the. Could be have a coat on, carrying a bag, or carrying an object or something like that. Okay. So let me show my 150 set. If you just want to show that as a show and tell. Oh, to wrap things up, I wanted to show you my 150 set here I have of colored pencils. This is the Holbein color pencil set 150, and this is my own personal quantities. This is all the reds and oranges, and then we got more yellows and oranges here, and it turns into browns and burnt siennas. Then a lot of greens, green yellow. Then we finish up with the greens, and we go into the blues, and then into the purples, and into the pinks, and more purple, and then into the reds, the rouges, the roses, and into the grays. This is where all that's. You have a warm and cool grays, different kinds of grays you have for different skies, background, shadow patterns, things like that. Then over here is the special colors. These are metallic and neon colors, very bright. So that's a 150 set of colored pencils in the Holbein colored watercolor set.
Well, they're sold in sets of 12, and they're also open stock.
Open stock, we can buy one at a time to replenish anything you have in your set. You can buy sets of 12. They're different sets. There's a basic set, then there's a pastel set, and then there's a larger quantity. There's a 24 set, there's a 36 set, and so forth. So, well, that concludes. Let me go to the main camera. Oh, well, that concludes my demonstration tonight of drawing people and placing them in a landscape. And I start out with a common photograph showing a reference line and a reference point for the landscape. Then I added figures into that landscape based on those reference points, either the foreground line or the background line. And all the heads lined up around the horizon. Depends on your viewpoint when you're looking out toward the landscape, where the horizon lies. So the video and the drawing will be on my website on Simply Drawing with Everett on my website, everettswatercolors.com. And if you want to do a follow-up or you want to do a drawing and put it on my Facebook page, I'm on Everetts Watercolors art page on Facebook. So you're welcome to join any of those and follow me next week. I'll be here 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another drawing demonstration. And then I'll be also here on next Thursday at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Everetts Watercolors to do a watercolor demonstration. So in the meantime, you all stay safe and have a safe week. And the weather was going to be pretty nice this weekend, so I hope you get out and enjoy that. Enjoy the weather and do some drawing and do some sketching. And try some figure drawing as you're out there. And do a quick sketches and take some photographs, and then have some good time outside when you're watching people. Okay, so I'll be seeing you next week, and until then.